May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. That is the Kiwi, right? We're going to look at the monthly time frame. And I should mention that we have NFP on, when was it? Wednesday, Thursday, was it Wednesday? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday coming this week for the US dollar. All right. And depending on those numbers, it could pull the New Zealand dollar up or down, right? I don't know which way it's going to go, but you want to be clear of trades during that time because uh, that's a big injection of volatility when that news comes out. So I would wait until after the news comes out before I trade that day. That's all I'm saying. Now, on the monthly, what do we see? Well, the market is kind of consolidated, right? That's a pretty easy to see. But the other thing that's easy to see is that we're making lower highs. All right. Look at these lower highs. This one's pretty close there, but then we make this at a fair value gap, right? And what is that telling you? That the market is respecting premium arrays. That is an internal move. All right, internal range liquidity at this fair value gap. And then from internal range liquidity, we go to external range liquidity, right? Which would be here. Oops, I didn't even do that. Let's do it this way. Look at this low. This is relative equal lows, and that's been pulling the market down towards it for quite some time now, right? All right, we almost reached it here. All right, this will be the first target, of course, because it's closest. And then we have that nearby target, which is there's a lot of liquidity down there, a lot of stop losses for people that took longs. All right, the market wants to take them out for sure. All right, the other thing to notice is we have a draw lower, right? But you see the market is pushing up. Why? Because the US dollar was weakened by the interest rate decision last week, all right, by the Fed. So it allows the New Zealand dollar to outperform it. But how long will that last? With a draw on liquidity down, yeah. All right. Yeah, we got some liquidity highs here, but we can see that we longer term, the bigger picture is we've been making lower highs to include this one for quite some time since, you know, for a couple of years. All right. The lows are incrementally getting lower technically, right? But these lower highs are very obvious. Okay. So could we start the the not the pullback, but can we start the uptrend here? I don't know about that. I really don't. But what I do notice is fair value gaps. And fair value gaps will tell you which way the order flow is. This this is a bearish fair value gap right here between that low and this high, right? That is an inefficiency. And the market went right back to it to balance that which was imbalanced. All right, it is an imbalance. All right, so the market offered fair value here and continued pushing up higher here. Now, what happens here? Oh, look like I thought I just saw it move. I thought I just saw it move. The market is now open. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, the market's been open. I've been marking up this these charts. All right. So don't pay any attention to this thing. All right. We can get rid of that for the moment. But I what I want you to see is that this is the fair value gap being traded above. That is an indication of bullishness. All right, that there's a good chance that this bearish trend is ending as the market is trading above a bearish fair value gap, not respecting it. Okay, now let's go to the weekly, and this is why this becomes important. Here is that monthly bearish fair value gap coming all the way over to here. To what? To what? A bullish fair value gap right here. This high to this low. There's a good chance whenever I see this, whenever I see there's an overlap between a bearish fair value gap and a bullish one, it's you can say, oh yeah, well the bearish and fair value gap has become inverted. All right, that alone would have, even if I didn't see a bullish fair value gap here, but this is a balanced price range now, in my opinion, and there's no reason for the market to travel lower. There's a bullish fair value gap right here. These are the weekly fair value gaps. All right, and this could be a fair value gap that doesn't get revisited, a bag, a breakaway gap. All right. But I'm paying attention over here how the market comes back, taps into the bearish fair value gap that's inverted, all right, and continues up higher. This is the new weekly opening gap right now. We see that we have gap up, gap down, we gap down. So this could very well turn into a wick, because it didn't leave a wick. Because it just opened. It could turn into a wick and come down, tap that, and then flip back bullish and continue higher. I'm looking for that. I am looking for that. That's why this area here, this whole area here, between 5757 and 0.5744, I think this is going to be the gap, the imbalance to watch. All right. On the daily, what do we see? We see how the market has one opposing candle, then we have the up close candles here, and here comes price. We have a gap down from this. This is looking very interesting to me. All right, this imbalance here. This is a volume imbalance or liquidity, missing liquidity, or what do you call it? A liquidity gap. Let me see if I got it down. A volume, but I call it a volume imbalance. All right. It should turn white. I don't understand why it's taking so long to turn white. There it goes. My computer isn't working right. All right. So I like the fact that it's here, and this is telling me that there's a good chance, as price is reaching up into this, I'm thinking it's going to act as resistance. I'm thinking it's going to act like resistance and bring price. Well, that didn't work. We'll bring price down here, give us a break of market structure to the upside, and pull up. We're going to look on the lower time frames once it gets down to this POI of ours, which is what? A bullish fair value gap that was already traded into right here. So yeah, I'm not looking at it as this is a daily fair value gap that has not been checked yet. But on the daily, weekly, I'm sorry, I should say weekly fair value gap. Matter of fact, let me make sure you see it, if I can get to it right. All right, this is a weekly fair value gap. The daily fair value gap has already been used. So this low is where I would think price is going to be drawn to. So once it comes back down here, it'll be looking to take out that low as a liquidity low, tap into this weekly fair value gap, and push higher. I'm just thinking this area is going to act as support for prices when it drops. That's why I'm going to advise that you wait patiently while the market decides what it's going to do. Wait until you can take this low, this short down to the fair value gap if you want to. All right, that's a scalper's delight there. But what I would tell you is, I'm going to wait until the buy is set up from here, and I will go down to the lower time frames and look for valid buy setups as soon as the price comes into contact with that fair value gap or the inverted fair value gap that ran across. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section. All right. I respond to all of them. Also, I put out a video for the pound USD, put out one for the Euro USD and the US dollar. I already put those out. Go check them out so you can make informed decisions this week. Hey, I will see you in the next video. May profits be upon you.